Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Length of Past Randomizer Challenge Cup. We just watched an exciting Game 1 between Pi and Krawalltofu, and we just had to put on Game 2 here. I believe, Hubb, you were here for the first match as well?
Yes, how y'all doing today? We're back for the encore performance of our two runners as we take on Game 2. I'm Esper Hubb, one of your commentators, and now co-commentating with me is Zeke. How you doing today?
Doing well. Just saw another case of emergency commentator needed, and here I am.
Yeah, it wasn't really much of an emergency. I got it down. No, I'm just kidding. I was panicking the entire time.
Yeah, it's more fun to have someone to bounce off of than just have to play-by-play by yourself.
Yep.
It's been, what, 2 years since we shared the booth? Something
like
that?
Roughly. But I do remember we covered at least some of the Randomizer League races as well. But then again, that was probably 2 years ago. But hey, just like old times, as some would say it.
But I believe we got a tournament open hard mode this time, so that's going to be fun. I believe, let me go grab the actual text description of this mode.
What I like to call it is hard mode caps off the items you acquire. That means your hearts are capped off, your swords may be capped off, and your bows most likely capped off, and your armor upgrades are capped off. But after you get a certain amount, you'll just start getting rupees off of those, and our racers are off.
You see, the open hard for the tournament is actually a little different. We actually can get to 20 hearts.
Oh, they changed it.
Yeah, special mode for the tournament. 48 pieces of heart, 4 heart containers, and a sanctuary heart container, maxing at 20 hearts. 4 balls are placed. 1 will be available and is empty. There is no half magic. There is no armor. You get 1 shield. You can get up to 3 swords. Bows are non-progressive.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make it harder.
So, the big logic trick here is that non-progressive bow. There are silvers in the pool, and you can use them, but you have to find the silvers themselves.
Yep, that will change up a lot of the strategies here, and I think I just saw a bow. No, I saw a sword. I saw a sword. That was definitely a sword. Was that a sword on ledge?
I missed it. I was still getting back to the window after reading this.
I felt like I just saw a sword. My brain just kind of immediately screamed. But we'll find out again once Tofu gets around to Lumberjack Ledge.
That was a sword. So that is a sword. That sword is locked by at least 1, if not 2 swords. And this opener has not given us a lot to work with now, has it?
Starting to become really rude after being... Well, you know what? I guess because it got so generous with the silvers at the start of Game 1, we're facing the wrath of the randomized seeds now and getting mean things like sword on Lumberjack Ledge.
I'm more focused on the fact that we've got basically nothing out of our openers so far.
Considering that it's not key sanity, that's actually kind of surprising.
Also, more for Randomizer Wrath. We're 2 for 6 on bombs for Pi. Three for 8. The 50-50s are not playing nice today, are they? And now I think we're about to see Kakariko from both directions. That's a glove on race game. We will be needing that. Looks like nothing on library. And Pi is going to start at the top half of the Kakariko village, looking for any useful items, preferably money. Tofu finds a shovel. And 300 rupees. And there are bombs in Blind's hideout today. Alright, 300, 600 rupees between the top of Kakariko. And there's a sword on Bottle Merchant. Sword, shovel. Things are looking a little smooth now. And let's see what's in the top of the well that Tofu might have to go back for. That's an ether coin. So we got a little bit coming out of this Kakariko. A glove, a sword, a shovel. But we haven't found much that gets us progression toward the Dark World yet. No Moon Pearl, no hammer, no mitts. Not even a lamp and master sword or cape to get up Aga Tower. Looks like Pi's going to go down and get us our shovel check. And on the shovel today, we have just some money, so... Probably
Sorry about that. That was another call for work.
Not a problem. We didn't find a whole lot in Kakariko. A shovel, a sword, the first glove.
First glove always leads to some good things. Very, very good things, I hope.
I mean, you know that the glove is required, so...
Very required.
And gets us in these 3 easy checks here in the back of Escape.
We'll say this, though. This is the second time in a row the race game had something very important for our runners here. Here's hoping that's a good sign.
Hopefully. Right. Pi can now go look for more checks elsewhere. Probably it's South Shore from here. We do have access to visit our good friend King Zora. We have logical access with the glove, and we have an entire pile of rupees. And what's here in our floodgate today? Underwater, there's just a piece of heart. Expect a lot of those. There's 48 of them. Tournament hard mode. Just like playing Majora's Mask. You get a lot of heart pieces and some progression.
I think this is what happens with open in general. You just mount up, come across the pieces of heart broken here and there and everywhere, and that's why you put them together and get a new heart.
Mm-hmm. It just happens we doubled how many heart pieces there are in this mode. We took 6 of those boss heart containers, split them up into a pile of heart pieces, found a hammer in Mini Molten Cave, and we spread those heart pieces around the... Oh, there's Dark World access.
Yay!
So, you could argue going directly to Hype Cave from here. 3 crystals, 1 red on Desert. And Pi is going to continue on toward Ice Rod Cave.
Yeah, I agree with this because you know how they always say finish your breathics? I feel like that's what Zero Spear checks are. Your checks where you can easily get to. Always finish them up first before going to Dark World, because you may end up missing something very crucial in those.
I won't say I agree with the idea of do all Sphere ones first, but I do agree with you're already most way here, and this check is very slow to get back to if something's here.
Exactly.
But, like, I can see going to Dark World before going over to Saw's Closet, for example.
Oh, Saw's Closet had boots last time.
I mean, it's still a case where it depends on what the game gives you. That
yeah,
is Magic Powder. We don't know if that's important here. So.
That's true.
Magic Powder could lead to something. And we did just get that hammer, so that is a hint that maybe we should check that when we next are in that area. And nice, clean fake flipper there.
Oh man, do we get a chance to take a look at what's Hyrule Lake Island, but more importantly, gonna check out what our favorite guy under the bridge will have for us.
My favorite name I've heard this guy called is Jim. Meanwhile, Tofu's going to go take a trip to... He's looking for bombs. He's going to Hype Cave. He is skipping out on Ice Road Cave and Zora area. A little bit of aggressive routing to try and cut corners here and there.
I think they got a feel of how the first race went, so they was like, you know what? I'm going to see if I can just be a little bit more aggressive this time around and see how that will play out. Which makes sense. Tofu did pretty good as some of the routing went, but took some unfortunate deaths in here and there, and then ended up leaving, I believe, they end up leaving behind Palace of Darkness, Bombos, and Staff of Samora behind.
And Hype Cave, not a whole lot. Whole lot of money.
That's quite a bit of money there. Unfortunately, not yielding anything substantial, unfortunately. Which could
and
be an issue.
Pi takes a dunk in a drink. If you fill a heart container with heart pieces while you're in a water walk state, you unfortunately take a nice, healthy dunk.
Oh no!
Oh no!
If Zora does not have flippers here,
there are exactly 2 things we want to see here: flippers or bow.
Yeah, if we
pull the bow, Pi can take a single attempt at a splash delete with those 2 bombs.
Could you do it with a boomerang?
Yes,
No,
you could, but I don't think it's possible for this one.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, people in chat, but I know there's a red boomerang splash delete.
It requires a bow, though. If you don't have, like, another item to to fill in that that creation slot for Splash Elite, it's not gonna happen. We do
Ooh,
get
a
Master
Master
Sword
Sword
from
on
Digging
Dig
Gang.
And it's only like 6 or 7 digs too. Tofu's probably enjoying that.
I think you need Magic Boomerang for the Splash Delete to work, but outside
Yes,
of
that was Magic Boomerang.
yeah.
And Pi is going to go directly to check that magic powder. This is a item Pi has that Tofu's not. So, again, cutting corners, magic powder. Let's see how important that powder actually turns out to be.
Magic back, what you gonna give us under that hat?
Sticks.
Sticks under the hat. Eh. Unfortunate, but that's a check out the way though, so they can at least breathe. After
Yeah,
that.
and powder is at least a phenomenal safety.
Yep, very good safety, especially when you lack the means of healing, especially in a very crucial area or two.
Pre-mold rumble, for example, that is pendants Mire, Pod, and green pendants Skull Woods with a red crystal on Swamp Palace. That mirror is hard required.
Oh boy.
Actually, this lineup of items effectively requires almost everything. The only item we can truly say we don't need is a flute, and even then we would need the book. So yeah, this has potential of being a fun look for everything seed.
I mean, when I say an encore performance, I didn't think the seed will take it literally. We're gonna have our runners run through all the dungeons right now. That would be silly.
And Tofu has to try and get through the middle door of Skull Woods. Nice clean cycle through that room and gets to land right there with the Wallmaster. Fantastic. Nice bomb refill in C-shape house. And early big key.
Hold on, let's take a look, see what's inside this big chest.
Just gotta get that bomb jump lined up.
That looks good.
Yeah. Oh, good, a mushroom. Disclaimer, I am not TJ Maelstrom. I do not take any credit for oh good, a mushroom. There's 2 smalls. 2 smalls, a big, and an item, and that's an important item. That's the second item in Pendants. That is boots and Pendant Skullwoods.
Hey, we got the boots. Meanwhile, P is going through the Thieves Town dungeon, do their 4 checks.
Probably gonna clear this dungeon. Unfortunate, because this is a dungeon that does really like having Pegasus boots. Lots and lots of long straight lines you can dash through.
And this is the funny thing. Last match, P ended up getting the boots early before Tofu did. So now we're going to see... I'm thinking we're seeing a little bit of a role reversal here. In terms of item acquired.
Yeah, Pi has to pick up... Hopefully something useful in here for Pi. Fire would be interesting. My Amazon device just picked up something and I didn't say their name. apologies if that came through them. If that Amazon voice came through the microphone.
I don't think it did. But yeah, I don't think Pi is gonna miss out as much besides running quickly in a straight line. But it all depends on how quickly they get to Skullwood. But if you are turning into the Dark World for the first time, Skullwoods is one of those areas you want to do on your to-do list.
Except for one small thing, Hubb. It's Pendant Skullwoods. A lot of people want to not go in there at all.
And I don't know what those people do. I would go in there. I would take the dive.
Yes, but Pendant Skullwoods, if it's something if you can get away with not doing it and your opponent does it, it's time safe for you.
No,
It just happens that day. It's not the outcome that Pi was looking for there.
Everything can be a time save if you don't do it and your opponent does it and wasted their time. But you can never know because you don't have that kind of information. You gotta play. You either play it off of theory or you play it off the cuff of what you're doing. That's what I would like to do. And I usually just play it off of what I'm doing for the most part.
But it's not a surprising gamble to see the front of Pendant Skullwood skipped, because, again, it's out of the way, and it's not the fastest dungeon. It's not slow, but it's not the quickest thing either. Meanwhile, we're getting into the packet, and I believe that does lock down an item in our good friend, the Big Chest. Yep. Luckily, we have a hammer.
Yep. But, Pendant Skullwoods, the front part at least, Pendant Skullwoods, I would do the front part first to get that out the way, and then base my judgment on if I need to do the rest of Pendant Skullwood. But in any case, of like when first going into it, that was always my go-to. I don't think it's a huge time loss going into it compared to like, for instance, Eastern Pendant or something like that, or any other dungeons being a pendant.
Regardless, we're about to go see what our last item here is, because we've got a map. There is an item guaranteed on this blind fight, and we should be seeing a nice, clean blind script here.
Well, the CAP does the encore performance and follow the script to the T here.
That's not how the script goes normally. That was an unfortunate spin. Yeah. So now it is time for my favorite part of this, dancing with flying blind heads. But cleans up nicely.
Good improvising.
Gets the flippers. That's the mirror. So, because we do know there's a mirror on Zora's Ledge. I could see Pi choosing to save and quit here and go get the mirror before taking on South Dark World. That looks to not be the case here. K45 isn't that hard to route back in.
Looking to get their sword upgrade from here. We already know it's a sword upgrade, but he won't know. He'll be very happy to get it.
Gonna keep on digging. Is just a little short for major purchase known as Palace of Darkness entrance. So we'll keep digging for a minute. Got extra few rupees.
Yeah, just in case he bumps into someone along the way. Just saying. Gotta prepare for those happy accidents.
Blind, I'd missed that the first time. A balloon joke could go over people's heads. But you want Blind as a comedian?
I'm really bad one at that.
And now Pie's gonna go get his pile of money out of Pipe Cave. And Tofu, having done the South Dark World already, just gets to save and quit, and will be going to go check. Probably going to go grab the Bonkrox, and then we'll see where she goes next. And Pie is going to walk up to Pyramid from here. Might be routing in Catfish because knows that the mirror won't show up before Catfish and thus can't wrap in that pickup with Catfish.
Yep.
Well, there's the book. Tofu did not check the flipper checks earlier, so doesn't know that she's about to get the mirror off this trip. She is going to get the magic powder out of Ice Rod Cave. Pie has to be a little careful. These enemies all do 2 heart contact damage, and Pie only has a heart and a half at the moment. And the Octrox didn't want to let him through either. And what does our good friend Quakefish have for us today? Just a shield. Tofu sets up a water walk to make the trip to the whirlpool just a little bit faster. And Pie is off to go get the mirror. You know it's there. You know it gives you access to all of Death Mountain. It's a crystal Tower of Hera. And the only thing keeping it from logic is a lamp. And I don't know about you, Hubb, but I'm quite fond of ignoring lamp logic.
Oh, I do too. We are all speedrunner degenerates here. We will skip as much logic as we can allow it sometimes.
And I do love seeing this bright pink palette over on Pie's side. It's beautiful. And you can see the boot putting in work. Tofu was able to run through all of Zora's domain, pick up the boomerang off Zora, and get to the mirror first. And it looks like Pie's interested in going for something down. Oh, just picked up a book. Might be going directly for that Bombos tablet. K45. Meanwhile, Tofu navigating dark with the power of Sword Sparkle.
Yep, the Death Mountain travel in the Dark World without the Death Mountain travel without the lamp is a pretty easy way to get around. When you first start doing speed running this, it'll start to become second nature. You won't have to even rely on the lamp at all.
Oh no! And that is why. Oh no!
This is why we all hate dead rocks. We just hate them. No one wants them to be around. They always ruin things. They just always in the way.
Uh-huh.
They don't even care about what you're doing. They don't have any consideration of how you're feeling. They just there. They will hurt you, and if you hit at them, they'll just turn to stone, and you just can't do anything after that.
We're gonna see what's over here in this nice lonely cave in the desert, featuring Old Man Agina. And there's our second shield. And Tofu makes it to the Tower of Hera. Nice early big key. Dungeon is not locked by a fire source, which presently we don't have one of those. Still two items somewhere between upstairs and downstairs. Downstairs is locked by fire, so if there's something there, it will get left for the foreseeable future. And Pi now knows this dungeon is locked by boots, but also has the bomb post medallion. Tofu's hoping not to see that small key right now. And Pi is going to the front of Hyrule Castle.
That's swing number one. And that's fall number one, unfortunately.
Moldorm, everyone's favorite, Troldorm.
Moldorm getting revenge for the first fight. And I think they took the time to drop down the refresh the hearts. I'm not sure. I think that was excellent.
It looked like they were trying to... Oh, they realized they forgot to check the big chest? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big chest is a good idea to get a small key. Wow.
We don't have a fire source.
Speaking of fire sources, Pi is looking to do Dark Cross, living up to his name, Dark Cross, without the lantern.
I mean, say what you will about the check, but I can say one thing is certain. It dark.
Very, very dark.
It dark, can't see. Two spins. Can we get the third? Yes, we can. And that is our second crystal for Tofu.
Gets a piece of heart for their troubles. But hey, that's another crystal now. Only 3 more. Well, wait, no, not 3 more. 5 more.
Yes, Hubb. 2 plus 5 is 7. Counting is hard.
Very
Just ask
hard.
anybody trying to go through Skull Woods how to count to 2. They can't. The real test of can people count. Ask them to play Zelda 1 and try to get a bomb drop.
I felt that.
Oh, hey, the
Oh
lamp.
no!
Okay, there's something immensely funny about finding a lamp immediately after doing Dark Cross.
Oh, the irony of it all. Once again, the seed just decides to do rude things to people. I'm telling you, this is just revenge for the first seed.
And I mean, Dark Cross without lamp is not that slow at all.
True. Especially if you have Master Sword.
Is that our bottle? Is that finally a bottle? Is that finally a bottle, and was that the only thing up here?
Seems like it, unfortunately. We haven't checked Spiralcade yet, have we?
A nice, easy 8/ from Pi. I thought the seed added heart pieces, not 300 rupees. Alright, that finishes the mountain for Tofu. Let's see where she goes next.
Boots was in Skullwoods.
Yeah, that's the biggest difference here, is that little trip to the front of Skull Woods resulted in a pair of nice, fancy, fast footwear for Tofu. Try and say nice, fancy, fast footwear 5 times.
I would have bitten my tongue off already on the first go. Pi's moving towards their tower climb. Hopefully with the lamp they'll come across and see what the next item will be in the basement. Oh, let's wait. Did Tofu already pulled up 2 items in the tower pair?
One's in the basement.
Okay, one is definitely in the basement. Alright, this is the deciding factor here. Is there something super important in the basement? Because if that's the case, Tofu may be playing at a loss here, again, unfortunately. After playing this well at an aggressive pace. We do get Fallen from the Gray Sky as a piece of heart for our efforts for reading the Ether Tablet. And it's going to take another dive into Dark World. Meanwhile, Pi is moving up to... Then they're gonna... Well, wait. No, the key is in the room before the boss. So they're probably going to finish the boss and then make the decision if they want to go back to do basement, to do coffee break room. Shared and arrows on the bumper ledge. Nothing to really write home about. And what's behind our cemetery? We get a piece of heart. Man, we're coming across those quite often, aren't we? Stop me if you ever heard that one. Meanwhile, Pi is going towards the fight for fight Moldrum. Morty doing a few good smacks on the hammer and gets bumped off as well. 2 of 4 for Morty as our runners suffer a fall at least once apiece. Round 2. And that will do it. 3 strikes on the hammer. Morty is out. Mushroom turn in for Tofu. We're gonna see what that mushroom will give us. Hopefully it's something huge, right? Right? Oh, it's silvers! Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Hard mode is giving us the evidence shown that it's hard mode by giving us silvers. We just need a bow to really make things, make it work. Can't do much. We can't really throw it at them. We don't have the amazing slinging strength that a bow would have. Though, if you're capable of hurling an arrow with your hand by itself and give it a considerable distance with that throw, then man, you would be that'll be some crazy arm strength there. And we get our small shield as well. Yeah, non-progressive bow is a welcome sight. Even if it is a non-progressive, that just means you're guaranteed silvers the moment you're about to finish this seed up. Just gotta find the bow. Tofu gets their literacy now as they start going towards Dark Cross, and we have Zeke back in our room. How you doing, Zeke? Welcome back.
Not a problem. Had a mild Discord problem.
It's all good. Minor hiccups here and there always happens.
Yep. But I'm back, and I was watching the restream perspective to see if I missed anything. I saw we got silvers. I don't remember if that was on Graveyard Ledge, King's Tomb, or Mushroom Turn-In.
That was a mushroom tournament, so
what you're saying is the silvers are basically as gold. Got it. Okay.
Yep. The other thing that's holding this seed back is the ice rod at this point.
That pesky non-progressive bow?
No, the non-progressive build won't be an issue. I'm pretty sure. It's just the ice rod. The ice rod is going to be the main issue. I'm calling it right now.
I mean, the bow is basically an ice rod at this point.
I mean, sure, you do need it for Eastern and Palace of Darkness, but ice rod is you only need the ice rod for one thing, compared to the bow where you can use it all the time. With silvers, no less. Like, even like non-progressive bow, you got silvers. You're like, the moment I get this bow, just wait.
Yeah, and it's that just wait thing that makes looking for a bow that much more painful. Because at this point, what if the bow's on, say, Pendant Vitreous? You wouldn't be able to use those silvers to kill Vitreous unless you want to just walk up there and stab the eyeballs with a pile with some silver sticks.
If it gets to that point, I'm pretty sure we'll be armed to the teeth before we fight Viddy. We still got like one more sword upgrade to go through, and I'm pretty sure our runners will get it in due time before they come across Viddy.
Granted, this also implies that we find the flute. And for all we know, the flute's just in GT.
Nah. We'll need all the crystals first before we get to GT.
Yes, but the flute, Myers a pendant, and we have a book. We don't need that flute, to be fair.
Oh yeah, point made. That with that logic, yes, that will be a problem.
Now,
no way. Without the bow, you can't clear EP Eastern Palace.
Yes, I'm saying we might not even find that bow to put that theory into the test. And what's here in Saw's Closet? 20, 40, and we didn't get the full 60s. Our slot machine did not give us 3 of a kind.
Man, we gotta deposit 5 more tokens. We gotta spend again.
And it looks like we're going to go visit... I think what we're going to see here is a... Pie, you don't have a monkey. Go get the monkey.
Get the monkey. Get the monkey.
Get the monkey. Get the monkey. Okay, we got the monkey.
I feel like both of our runners are going to be doing Palace of Darkness very soon.
Well, here's the thing. If you're playing to the logic to try and find what you're missing, you're going to go into Pod, and this very first check determines how deep you want to go.
Given the density of what Pod has, I'll be going deep. Yes, I'm just reckless though.
But
so.
It depends on how reckless and dangerous people want to be. Okay, there's a key. We're going in deeper. At the very least, the next 2 checks we do are in logic.
Like, even before going to Pod, if I had a bottle, I'll be doing fake potion glitch right now. We get a big key.
Big key. Do we get a small key to be able to continue dungeon?
We should.
Is this dungeon hard bow locked?
If this is hard bow locked, that'll be amazing.
Okay.
Be wild. Yeah.
This can still be bow locked, mind you. But logically, this can still be a bow locked dungeon. But I imagine we'll be seeing the back here in or out of logic. Because for the back of this dungeon now to be in logic, we would need to get another small key out of the vanilla big key chest. Tofu will be able to finish her 3rd crystal here.
Prioritizing the crystal dungeons over pendants is a wise idea to do.
I mean, Tofu has boots to be able to get the key off the torch, too.
Oh, that too, of course. I forget. You gotta get the boots, too, before you just even consider going to EP. I mean, not EP, but DP. EP is still fresh in my brain cells. I'm sorry.
There's logical key 5. We know that key 6 now is in the Harmless Heckway.
Count your keys. And its locations, too. Speaking of keys, the key was on Torch, so that's definitely boots required.
Well, it was Bombos in the map chest, we know that.
All right.
Bombs. So we know there's one more item, be it a map compass or an actual item up front. And we didn't pull anything major in Palace of Darkness. So I think we're now going to go into Boatless Eastern Palace.
Not having boots is really putting a dent on Pi right now.
I mean, that also comes down to where the items are otherwise, but we know that Pi is going to need those boots to get done with Desert Palace. We have an early big key here in Eastern Palace. Right, and that is the second item in the big chest. So Landmolas is just a...
Compass,
I believe it's just a map in this case.
Map or compass. Either way, it's not an important item.
Yeah, we saw the compass over on the right, so...
But yeah, feels like Pi just dodged a bullet there, not sweating over the details. Hopefully they're not sweating over the details of going back to DP soon, once they get the boots. Good item dashing. Well, key dashing, I mean.
Yeah, it's a pretty free lineup. You just line up yourself up on the bottom of the room, line up on the wall, and dash turn up. You'll get it every time.
Okay, say what you will, I still messed it up every time without fail for some reason. My poor brain cannot handle it.
And do we get a vanilla bow? No.
The only thing I can think of that'll lead to progression that'll allow you to do another dungeon will be Fire Rod. And that is the back of Skull Woods, which I don't think has any more items, correct?
Hook shot would open up all of Swamp.
Oh yeah, hook shot. That was my next guess.
Technically, Mitts would open up basically Ice Palace.
Ooh, but not having hook shot for Ice Palace though. Not even without some more arcane. Without hook shot, it makes
bomb jumps. If the runners know the bomb jumps, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad without bomb jumping, but logic-wise, that sounds disgusting.
Yeah. Okay, and Pi does not get rewarded for the Eastern dive either. What?
Other than the crystal, which means you don't have to deal with it, and it's a red one. Still not.
I think Pi is going to make the trip over for Front of Skull because Front of Skull is a more appealing dive than Hookless Swamp.
Yes, I agree with this play more so than Hookless Swamp. Like, you might as well do Swamp. I mean,
either runner gone back up for... Has either runner gone back up the mountain for Ether?
For Ether Tablet, yes. Because that was a piece of heart. We saw it on Pi's side.
Pi is checking the Lazy Kid. Toph making her way to the pod area.
We are running out of checks at this point, and it's starting to narrow down.
Logically, we have one place left that we've not seen. How do you like Hookless Swamp?
Hang on. Let me make that statement. Let me make my response to that again more apparent.
I felt that one deep in my lungs. And we are getting a nice check here on the Master Sword pedestal. What is locked behind Misery Mire? One of many, many, many pieces of art. commentary comes better in real time when I have the right window open. So, let's go get some boots. Pi is not going to feel great finding the boots at this point, because knows that a runner could go into this Skullwoods dive early. But honestly, there's not much left.
Yeah, Hookless Swamp is going to be the play, and then we're going to end up pulling up Hookshot in its vanilla location, of all things. It happened before. 2 years ago, it happened before. It will happen again.
I mean, I'll be completely honest. I'm not expecting Hookshot. I'm expecting the Mitts.
Oh. Mitts, or it could be... It could be Flute, but no, that will not give them the runners anything.
Flute wouldn't unlock anything yet.
Yeah.
It has to be something that unlocks progression. So it would have to be a bow. Oh no. No, Pi, no. No!
So close.
Pi pulled the mushroom and bailed.
Oh, the worst thing you can do to a dungeon.
I mean, that layout is bad, to be fair.
That's the... Even okay, I can understand getting one progression-like item in there, but you're inside the dungeon already. You might as well just bite the bullet and finish it up.
But the layout means that he would either have to drop down, risking a soft lock, because what if the... Well, actually, he knows it. He knows there has to have been a key in that left side based on the fact that he already pulled big key, because it can't give him big key item. Basically, the front cannot have 5 non-small keys, because Mothula cannot have a small key.
Right.
So he would have known he could get out, but it's also, do I take the time to drop down and go through the front for one item or do I follow this progression item because Pi can just go from here, walk over, turn in the mushroom.
As opposed to just biting the bullet and then finishing the front part of Skullwoods.
For a potential one item, it's a visible item check, it's 2 items crossing the top. It's...
I feel like logically speaking, if you're already within the facility area, I feel like you just do it.
Pi might also be feeling behind because it has been on a last location hunt for the past 20 minutes. So it might just be trying to take gambles on where progression could or couldn't be. And we're going to see a save and quit, and we're going to go visit Swamp Palace, I have a feeling.
If you visit Swamp, I'll be a little... Well, yeah, this is Swamp. This is definitely Swamp.
It's all that's left other than going back to Skullwoods for one item. And since Pi committed to leaving that one item, Swamp is the... Okay, we know that boots are in Skullwoods. And regardless of how you feel about the decision's been made here. So now, having committed to that skip, you have to keep committed until forced otherwise, and go for the other play.
In this case, the question would be now, how much time did Pi lose skipping out on Skullwoods boots at this point? Because Tofu had those boots early. And if you're not careful, that time will add up quite a bit.
I mean, I'm looking at directly from the decision-making standpoint here more than the time. And once you've left that once you've left the check, regardless of what it is, you're not going back. So, what is in the front of Swamp Palace? Because we know this is where the progression is. Is this a vanilla hookshot leading to something in the back? Because vanilla hookshot would lead to, at this point,
Boots is key lots from part of Skullwoods, by the way.
We know that something has to be here in the front 5 checks of Swamp.
Well, we got
starting with sword. There is always a sword in Swamp.
Yeah, no sign of the bow yet. So I'm gonna assume bow could be here.
The options
Mitts
for
will be
here are
could be
bow,
here.
mitts. The options for here are bow, mitts, hookshot,
They could all be here at the same time too.
And-
That's the problem.
and Cane of Burna or Cape. Those are the progression items at this point.
Oh yeah, Fire Rod could also be here, but probably part
Fire
of the
Rod-
progression package.
Yeah,
But we do
Rod
know
could be back here, but Fire Rod is not. Well, actually, Fire Rod could be here as our progression. It's the bits. Okay.
It's all right.
Fire Rod could be here because I was gonna say Fire Rod can't be here because we found both items in Skull, but Green Pendant.
Yeah, Green Pendant turn in could lead into Flute, or could lead into Ice Rod.
Yeah, could lead to anything. But that was a potential option for progression. Our progression is clearly mitts, but Pi is going to keep pushing and is in Hookless Swamp. Kind of, if you're in here, you kind of have to do the left side swamp. There is no left side swamp skip when you don't have a hook shot. I could, granted, you pulled the mitts. I could accept argument for skipping on left side when you've just pulled.
Nah.
Probably the. I'm saying I wouldn't, but I can accept the argument that you could if you. When you pulled probably the biggest unlock item of the group.
After skipping out on finding Mushroom in Skull Woods, skipping out on the boots at all, like altogether. After that,
I'm saying, I would accept the argument. It's just not what I would do. And Tofu's going up for Ether Tablet and probably Tower of Hera basement. I have to imagine Hera basement's on her mind at this point.
Which is kind of understandable. Both runners did skip out on the basement, and it is those one-off checks you will do.
It was 50 rupees.
Yeah, you got to do the disgusting long way of getting to the next chest, unfortunately.
Yeah, you can't just hook over because we don't have that. So, the mitts do unlock the most here. We have access to Super Bunny Cave and... actually, we have access to Super Bunny Cave, we have access to Ice Palace, and we have access to Smith Chain.
And that is it for our dive for Swamp Palace.
And I would not be surprised to see this turn to an Ice Palace dive. It is closest, and it is a crystal. Pi making me eat words.
Well, I think he's checking K45, which is...
He checked that earlier. I think this is
right.
I think he's going for Blacksmith.
Oh yeah, Blacksmith too.
All in all, this seems being extremely stingy on progression.
Just 50 rupees. But that's one of the one-off checks you can clear off your mind at this point. Like, you're stuck in a situation doing one-off checks now. Might as well rip the band-aid off.
I mean, you're already up there doing Ether Tablet. You're not going to get much faster doing Tower of Hera basement.
Yeah.
Pi taking our good friend Jeremiah back home. Will Blacksmith give us anything good? We know it's not vanilla. We've already seen all of those.
It could be Hookshot. So
it could be
seeing that. Or
it could also be nothing.
Yeah, it could be nothing, and we'll be going towards Death Mountain through the...
Or Ice Palace.
Yeah, or Ice Palace. Hell yeah. So yeah, we do have those two on the docket to take care of. So let's see what we go from here.
Probably purple chest. If I were to hazard
Purple
a guess.
chest into Ice Palace from here, from the looks of it. Tofu checking out K45. And I'm going to assume that this is also going to be their Swamp Palace play.
I mean, she doesn't have anything left.
Yeah,
This is the last
nothing.
location from the Swamp Palace.
Yeah. And it's just a matter of where you do after that. Will you go to Ice Palace immediately, or will you go to Death Mountain, or will you do some chain? That's the statement you're going to make here today.
And what is in this purple chest right now? I'm going to guess 50 rupees. Heart container. I was close.
Close enough.
I was spot on with how useful it is.
So let's see what Tofu will take a look at. What will Tofu do after they pull up their Titan's Mint?
Yeah, will Tofu bail on the mints? I could see it.
Tofu hasn't been making that much aggressive plays compared to Pi. So if they make if they make the play of going, I don't have anything else for this dungeon and leaving after mints, I can do a lot of things I know I can get to. This will be understandable.
Like that is never finding the mints makes the left side swamp skip understandable. All right, and Bombo's Ice Palace. Also, there's, like I said before, there is always a sword in swamp.
But yeah, I would like to, if they're going to mirror out from Swamp Palace at this point, I would like to see them go Death Mountain immediately afterwards. I'd like for them to go to Death Mountain to check out.
I'll be honest, I would love to see them go for the Ice Palace play. Because Ice Palace would also let you know kind of logically where things can't be. Because if you find something behind the hook shots, you know it can't be anywhere. That's a vanilla compass. But it'll let you know kind of what can and can't be places. Because this dungeon has hook shot logic as well as some Mario logic.
Okay, so logic aside, you know what logic we also kind of not realize could be a thing? Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, hookshot. There is a monk shot check, and that is a possibility for Tofu at the moment. Hey, what are your thoughts on the Ice Palace bomb jump?
It's valid.
Always has been.
If you don't have some more, you'll bite. If you definitely doing plays like this, you'll bite the bullet and do it. If you practice it enough, you can do it pretty well.
Mm-hmm. That was good. I'm amazed I was able to see enough pixel detail on a little restream screen.
Yeah, good clean bomb jump from Pi. I don't think Tofu went south to pull up Titan's Mint. Did they do that yet? Because I feel like they're skipping that important part. Because that's where Titan's Mint is at.
I didn't see.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Tofu went and took a look at Titan's Mint at the south chat.
I mean, she probably did. It makes more sense to check that first when you're doing this, so...
Yeah.
So far, we've found nothing in ice.
Yeah, this is looking kind of dire.
It's looking like a very unpleasant layout.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that...
No small keys in sight.
Yeah, the T-Slime room is the only thing left to check in this scenario, and it has to be a small key. Otherwise, you won't have a way to get back to
We'll still just
area.
Oh no, Tofu realizes she didn't hit the switch.
Oops. Oops.
Alright, that was not a small key. So... Whee! Sliding on ice. Aren't ice physics fun?
Whee!
Yeah, Pi going for the Cold Stare fight here. I don't think it has any safety in the bottles, but does have a tempered sword, so does have bombos, so isn't the most difficult fight. Alright, Tofu getting back for the piece of heart in left side swamp. Alright, fight's mostly under control. Mostly. Don't hug the Cold Stare Puffs. They are not cuddly.
There we go.
And this dungeon is Samaria locked.
Yeah.
This dungeon is hookshot locked. This dungeon is Samaria locked.
What is this scene? Why are you doing these things? Why are you like this?
So, between both runners, we know logically there are 3 checks available.
And this looks like...
Pi can get 2 of them.
Yeah, this looks like going towards Ice Palace from here. Yeah. Unless this is a safety pit stop, which is also acceptable given that this is hard mode. But yeah, if they start going towards whatchamacallit, we'll know from sure on their save and quit.
Yeah, they're going to. They're preparing for Ice Palace. It's a crystal. Makes sense to just go for it.
Yep.
Pi is going to. I saw that consideration for Spike Cave.
So yeah, So with Tofu doing Ice Palace, this will be their second red crystal, meaning they'll be doing Pyramid Fairy soon enough. So that's the reason why they're going to Ice Palace.
Except, Swamp is the other red crystal.
Wait, really? Oh yeah, Swamp is the red crystal. Okay, never mind. I misread that. Yeah,
Ice Palace is a clearable crystal, so if you find progression, it just makes sense to go there.
I don't know. Without some Arcane and without Hookshot, I wouldn't be doing this.
Some runners subscribe to
bombos.
Yeah. Some runners subscribe to always be clearing crystal dungeons. So, and this does happen to be a crystal dungeon. So at this point, Pi has 3 locations left in the game for progression.
Watch some more Arcane will be under Turtle Rock's nose and be at Super Bunny Hop Cave. I'm just waiting for this whiplash to happen, where this onslaught of progression happens in Death Mountain now.
So in Super Bunny Cave, we get the other medallion.
Bonk Rocks, let's go! Bonk Rock!
Here's the thing. Pi can't get the Bonk Shot chest.
That's what makes this so horrible. He has to pray that there's something up there on Hyrule Island. Which
did we miss what was on Floating Island?
Yeah, there's a blue cane on Hyrule Island.
So he's picking up blue cane and he's going to Spike Cave.
Oh man. And if there's nothing on Spike Cave, jeez.
Then he knows he has to go back to Skullwoods for the boots. or in his mind, has to go back to Skullwoods for the item, which we know
It's boots.
is the boots.
Alright, Tofu lining up for their second encore performance of doing bomb jump. Ice Palace bomb jump. We're gonna. Oh, that's a perfect spot right there if I ever saw one. Without the hook shot, this makes it a little bit harder to get through because you gotta still deal with the fire bar. Go figure. Take the damage here.
Make sure to neutral your D-pad.
Yep.
And oh no, I hate it.
Thanks, Seed. I hate it. Hook shot definitely. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Wait. I was gonna be like, wait a minute. Why you say? Oh right. Swamp Palace is your red crystal. Get it. Go.
Yeah,
go.
I can't get the other red crystal for the record. But also, Swamp Palace is clearable.
Yeah, Swamp Palace. Get that. Get it done right now. Bows non-progressive.
Yeah, the bow in this mode, the bows have been made non-progressive, similar to the feel of vanilla Link to the Past. So they have to find a standalone bow.
Ew, I don't want to go back to Ice Palace for one measly check.
I don't remember how many items we even found in here.
Actually, you should. If you already did T-Slime Room and went back, you should be able to take a look at all those items. I think Tofu did that already. I'm not sure.
Tofu's already going to Ice Tea now.
Wait, how do we... Wait. I'm trying to remember if you... Okay, logically speaking, if you double back from here instead of going upstairs, then yes.
Yeah.
That is, if you keep... you gotta keep the key, though. No, don't go upstairs. No, just beat the boss, please. Don't use the key now. No, don't do it.
She's going to go for the bomb jump.
Oh, man. This is... Okay, I can respect this kind of play.
Is going for the boss from...
Oh, no.
But...
If you double back, though, instead
here's
of...
the thing. There's a... What she doesn't know is there's a small key on Cold Stair.
Yeah. Looking for magic? Yeah.
Drain the swamp. I don't even remember how many items we found in the swamp the first time. I know we found at least 3.
Ah, jeez. And of course, the big key is in here for Swamp Palace.
Well, it's not Key Sandy. I would hope big key for Swamp Palace isn't Swamp Palace. Okay. Pi now knows there's an item in Big Chest. We found 4 items in front of in Hookless Swamp Palace. I hate it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tell me what else is also awful about this, because I'm pretty sure there's more awful things.
Well, we still don't have a bow or an elemental stick or a Cane of Samaria, and we've been playing for 78 minutes. Yeah, both runners opting to leave the items in right side ice.
Understandable. I guess it's understandable. I would have went to Death Mountain first before Ice Palace. I'll be really honest here.
Yes, but you're not the one racing.
I'm not the one racing, you're right.
And honestly, with the way the sea's going, I'm glad I'm not either. Tofu is going to do Smith Chain.
Yep, Smith Chain, and after that you go into Death Mountain. You'll do the necessary checks around it, and then you do bonk rocks to see what you get. Well, you bonk the one chest, and then you'll go ahead and get the cane of Brianna, and then you go into the spike cave, and then you'll get your hook shot, and then you'll just start cussing out the top of your lungs because that was your last progression check needed.
So, what is in the Swamp Palace big chest? Probably a heart piece.
I would argue that'll be ice or fire rod. Okay.
Well, I was close.
You were even more close than usual.
I mean, honestly, if I just say probably a heart piece, I'm probably going to be right a quarter of time, because just under a quarter of the items in this pool are pieces of heart.
I'd like to say for the record, this seed is dumb.
I mean, the seed's terrible. The runners are doing their best with this seed. It's not giving them many options.
By the way, do give a follow to our runners in their respective Twitch channels, because they have been doing a fantastic job of doing their best of dealing with the tyranny that is this awful seed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mike Nekapai and Krawalltofu, give them follows. Thank you, Centipede, for tracking.
Yes, do give a follow in there. And Centipede.
Centipede is doing a great job putting up with Bob and I's nonsense.
I mean, you're not speaking nonsense. I am at this point. So they should follow you in your Twitch channel while they're at it, as well as the Restreamer Lumaga, who has given us the opportunity to commentate today's match.
And Hookshot Cave, which I think is right back to our almost last progression.
All right, so where is it? Cough it up. Give me There's the cape, of course.
That's not progression.
Not progression, but it's always there. There's our fire rod. Where's our ice rod? It's probably inside Turtle Rock for all we know, but we still need some more game to get in there, so give it to me. Give it to me, gang.
Oh no, Pi now knows. It's time to go do Green Pendant.
Oh no, Green Pendant, some more cane. That's it. That's the rest of this scene now.
That we still have the flute that can send us to Mire.
Oh my god! Don't do this to me, dude. Don't do. I'm trying really hard not to think about Misery Mire. Do not do this.
Also of note, I'd like to remind you, there's at least one item in Right Side Ice that's in Logic 2.
Could we not do this?
And for the record, in Logic in this seed still, even though Pi can't do it, Big Bomb is in Logic.
Sigh. Okay, Big Bomb's not the huge offender here. The huge offenders is going back to Ice Palace. Let's be real here. We can do anything else but going back to Ice Palace right now. After dealing with that.
I mean, we can go back to Ice Palace. We just don't want to.
Just don't want to. I will die on that. I will die on that gamble. Like, we are not going back to Ice Palace after doing all of that stuff in Ice Palace. Ice Palace is not desirable right now. Sofa's going to pull up their 2 items on Super Bunny Hop chest, which is unfortunately going to be absolutely nothing but the Quake. I guess Quake 3 Arena. You know, just saying, Quake 3 is a pretty good game. Gotta have Quake.
Alright, there's our key. Where in this menu? I just gotta look at that menu. That is terrible to look at. I don't like the holes in that menu.
We're 1 hour and 23 minutes in, and you see not having the bow, not having even ice, just, oh my goodness.
So I like that, I'd like to point out the funny that is, if you don't have the boots, you can get the Cane of Burna off the island. But if you have the boots, you can get the cape from inside instead.
Yeah.
The game is really just telling you to hookshot in Spike Cave.
Just go in there. What are you waiting for? Just do it.
So let's go get our map off the moth, get our green pendant, and please, Pi, go back to the front of Skullwoods.
Please, please, please.
I can defend skipping Skullwoods the first trip. I can defend skipping the bailing out on a one, finding an item and not getting a key. I'm not sure I could defend getting green pendant and not getting the second item.
All right, here we go. We're going back at Swamp.
Tofu's gonna do Swamp and then probably go directly into Pyramid Fairy.
I forgot. Yeah, Swamp Pyramid Fairy. Swamp. I gotta keep it together, Hubb. I know this seed is disgusting, but we gotta keep it together. And that is a pretty quick Mothula fight. Took a little lumps there, but that's fine. Pulls out the map.
That fight's just the Mothula fight's just not fun, especially without the boots. With the boots, you can do some dash pokes when he's still starting to get up, and you'll hit him 1 or 2 times and make it a little easier.
Thankfully, they have Tempered Sword, so that fight wasn't that hard.
Yeah, Tempered Sword helps. There's a reason NMG picks it up before Mothula.
But yeah, we are going back into Swamp Palace. We're gonna finish this up, and
Pi at 1 hour and 26 minutes is en route to get the Pegasus boots.
We're gonna see how much this measured up, because they're logically speaking, they're kind of like not really behind a dungeon, so to say. But they kind of are, with Desert Palace not being... Well, okay, you know what? Desert Palace doesn't take that long to finish. So they're not estimally behind that far.
At the moment, they have a dungeon that we don't know if it's required yet, because I'd like to remind you how few items we have left. That green pendant actually could mean something.
Oh no, green pendant leads to something, for sure. Green pendant definitely leads to something. We just don't know what.
Tofu is giving us Bomb Diver down, or trying to. You have 2 hearts left, my friend.
He got it. Look at that. Let's go. Diver down. Get some hearts back. Wait, what do you do? Oh no.
Big key. They don't want to dive back in.
Yeah, this is... But yeah, you gotta do it the long way around now, because you gotta go back down the stairs, you gotta go back up. You're doing a lot more transition times here. Meanwhile, our unfortunately, Kingstone didn't really yield anything to us.
So yeah, Pi has to follow Green Pendant here.
He has to. He went through the effort of killing Mothula.
He's going for... Okay, actually, no, I see what he's doing. He's doing Desert first. He'll do Desert into Big Bomb into Green Pendant.
Yep. That's a good way of routing that in.
Also, I think Pi just wants to make me eat words. That's been happening a lot today.
The runners are like cats. You know where things are at, but like the moment you say and you're hoping the cat will do the thing, they will just go the other way. That's okay though. We're all our cats here at this point. We have done things that people looking at our streams will be like, "Why are you not doing this?"
I mean, yeah, I still play cross keys. People, why are you doing that? Do something else.
All right, so our runners, both of our runners, are kind of crisscrossing each other at this point because I do believe, yeah, Swamp Palace is already done for Pie, so we just got.
Yeah, this is a quick. They're recovering some steps, and we still don't. We are 90 minutes in, and we're go -3.
Just gotta find that one item to open the rest of the seed up, and once they do, it's just a hard scramble to see who gets to what. Is it in Pyramid Fairy? Is it in the Green Pendant?
Yeah, is it on the Vanilla Silvers, Vanilla Gold Sword, or Vanilla Boots? Which excellent item position is it going to be?
Now, I'm surprised we don't have our Twitch channel didn't open up prediction bettings right now, because jeez.
It's not that big a deal.
I want to win some points.
You could just do like I do and lurk on the channel and generate points.
I want to win. Okay, let me change my phrasing of it. I want to win more points. I want more. I want more. At a ridiculous amount, at a fast pace right now.
I'm pretty sure point laundering is against the rules in Hyrule.
It's not cheating unless you get caught. No, I'm just kidding. You will get caught.
No, it's still cheating. It's still cheating. For the
you will
record.
get caught. You will get caught.
Anyways, we are en route to Big Bomb. We can stop rambling on. We can actually find something new. What will that something new be? Because we're down to last locations again.
All right, hold your breath, everyone. We gotta see what's in here.
I'm going to actually place my own bet here. I think that this is going to lead to specifically the bow.
Yeah, I can see that.
That ain't it. That was a 20 rupee.
Oh!
That is the red cane. So that's going to be Turtle Rock access. Is it going to be Bow and Ice Rod in their vanilla locations on Laser Bridge?
Okay, so what makes this beneficial for Tofu is that this will allow them to go back into Hookshot Cave, which will give them a Fire Rod. So they may already be may as well be in go mode, but that's only
that's only if both items are there.
Right. And that is if Green Pendant does not yield anything at all. That's the only way for this to work.
Even then, it's still it comes down to what is the chain to get to that Ice Rod? Because we now know the Ice Rod will be somewhere. The bow is somewhere. They're most likely in Turtle Rock. But we do have Green Pendant that hopefully Pie will show us, because if Pie has the Green Pendant, hopefully he checks it and we know.
He went through the trouble of killing Mothula. There's no reason for him to not skip.
I mean,
yeah.
To be fair, he was looking for the other item, which has higher statistical chance to be on Mothula.
True enough, but you might as well check it while you're here. But I'm thinking that they're gonna do it after they check Pyramid Fairy. But
Fire Rod for Tofu.
I swear, if Turtle Rock gives us Flute to force us to do the dumpster dive that is Misery Mire right now, I'll be very angry.
Alright, there's the Red Cane. Moment of truth. Are we going to go visit our good friend and Sriracha Sauce? Looks like we are. Small key in the front of Turtle Rock.
Moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on
Ladies
to your butts.
Gentlemen. Friends of the podcast. Keep holding because that is a stair rail we just ended up inside. Hey Hubb, word of advice. Don't try to occupy the same space in space-time. Don't try to occupy the same position in a space-time continuum as several tons of rock. The rock wins every time.
Here we go, and it's...
Loopy.
Oh, no!
Well, there's a small key. There's a compass. We have to go deep into Turtle Rock to find whatever we're looking for.
Thankfully, Turtle Rock is a crystal. We can get this out the way. It is going to have
Only if the ice rod's available.
Okay, so what other location where ice rod would be? Because I don't want to go further down this rabbit hole where Turtle Rock gives us the
Worst case
flute.
scenario? Worst case scenario? Checkerboard cave would be
Checkerboard?
absolute worst case scenario.
Okay, Checkerboard Cave.
Because then, if it was Meyer, you could. If it was Meyer, you could actually still get save your portal. If it was Pod, you could still save your portal. If it's Checkerboard Cave, you have to retraverse Turtle Rock.
Actually, revisiting Turtle Rock at all is a worst case scenario. But you know what's even worse than revisiting Turtle Rock? After you have to pull Pedestal. Because Ice Rock could...
Pedestal's already been checked, it's nothing.
Oh, right. Okay, never mind. Pedestal is dead. I forgot that quickly. Thank goodness, because I was about to pass out.
Chat reminds us, they're still right beside Ice Palace.
Right side Ice Rod, right. Oh my god, Ice Palace right side. The one place where they aggressively skipped.
I wouldn't even call it aggressively skipping it.
No, we aggressively skip here. Everything's
I call it
aggressive skip. We do get our big key,
of course. Yeah, I wouldn't call that aggressive. I would call that. I would call going back in the aggressive because that's a slow redip.
Okay, Emerith, you have to understand. We have been without a bow, and we have been without Ice Rock for the longest of this.
Yeah,
season.
Amerith. We were 90 minutes in and go -3 in open.
In an open sea, it's like, why are you like this sea? Making me shakingly aggressive. Just going to grab my screen and shake at it.
Please don't. My screen's already shaking enough as is. These Pokeys giving Tofu just a little bit of a problem, but she gets through just fine.
So yeah, our runners are now in pacing oh me. This is wild.
What about Mimic Cave? What do you think about Mimic Cave? Mimic Cave is cool, right?
That's cool. It's cool. It's cool, right? Yeah, yeah, it's cool.
It'd be even cooler if it had an ice rod.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. Just saying. Just saying, it could have an ice rod.
What if it had a flute?
See, now that would not be cool. That would not be cool at all. That would be the opposite of cool. Some would call that spicy, though.
I mean, yeah. Big chest? Just... All these pieces of heart make me a little loopy. I love that cat bunny sprite.
You can just feel the love in this seed right now.
I'm not sure love is the word I would use to describe it. Does Tofu have enough magic to get into the maze? Nope.
I think they had a green potion though, right? Should be a green potion somewhere around here, right? There we go. There it is. Alright, you're good. Just take the emergency exit and start biting the pillow a little bit. And time your cape. Do what you must. Actually, there's another refill over here somewhere where it fairies, right? Yeah, this should be. They should be fine.
There's 2 hearts. There's 2 hearts and a full magic decanter over here on this right platform.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Crisis averted. All right, we're back. We're back on track, guys. We're back on track.
Reminder to everybody that sword beams in this game are terrible.
They're very terrible. They don't help you at all, as the game will like to suggest it does. No, it does not.
All right, laser bridge. Do we get an ice rod on a laser bridge?
Safety as it first, please. Yes, please. Thank you. We don't want to have another a death happen and you have to do all of that again. I would forfeit to see that was the case.
I mean, you wouldn't have to go that far though.
Yeah, true.
Those are arrows. That is not an ice rod.
Uh-oh. Use the cape. Use the cape. There we go.
That's a small key. We needed that.
You need that. Yep. There's our bow.
Bow in its vanilla location on laser bridge, as always. Deactivate cape just a little soon there.
That's unfortunate, but that's okay. They took this exit. That's absolutely fine. They can get back to it with no issue. And the map. There's a map. There's a map. There's a... No, save and quit! Oh, wait. No, I forgot they don't have Ice Rod. I had, like, PTSD for one moment. I'm so sorry. Oh, boy. I was like, wait a minute.
Because you just yelled in my ears.
I'm so sorry.
It's not a problem.
It was just that one instant moment, like, wait a minute. Do I have Ice Rod or not? I had to have that happen one moment, and never again.
Good laser skips showing from, these are just capes. Still good look. Whee! Don't you love our hat beetle bumping? It's everyone's favorite ride at the carnival. The bumper beetles.
Oh boy. I would take a safety. Oh no. It's a minor setback, but it's still a setback nonetheless.
It is. And Pi is going to gamble it's nothing, which in this case we know is the right gamble.
Yeah, that's the right gamble. This is the time where you'd be like, you know what, screw it. Let's get this one dungeon out the way. Ice Rod is not in there.
Well, you see, at this point, we are looking at one item here, 2 items, 2 or 3 items in pot.
Ice Palace has an item.
What's an Ice Palace? Pi is setting up a access to Eastern Palace from the Dark World in case he wants to go back to Palace of Darkness.
So, yeah, this is... Eastern Palace is going to be telling us a story here with its item reveal. Do we go further down this rabbit hole, or are we going to finally put this race to bed?
Hey, Hubb. How deep does it have to get to stop being called a rabbit hole?
You know what? You're right. This is no longer a rabbit hole. This is the Grand Canyon of seeds right now.
Hey, at least we have silvers for Armos.
Yeah, silvers do make quick work of Armos here. It's one of those moments, you know, just saying.
Well, we have to dive into abandon.
Okay, which one though?
I'm going to assume the one we're sitting next to.
Oh,
because
right,
we can't
right.
Get to the other one.
Because we can't go to the other one. I forgot.
Tofu has the option of going to go visit Mothula. You know, for all of the problems the seeds had, we've kind of evened this race out.
Don't you just love it? It just all comes together at this point.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Disclaimer, I am not Patrick Warburton either. My Kronk impression is terrible.
So yeah, how about them ice hot rod hunts?
I mean, I'm used to them. I play a lot of 80 keys. We have multiple of those.
I don't know. I tend to find ice rod more often than I do boots and 80 keys, and then come to realize that my boots is in the worst place ever.
All right, let's go see what's in right side pod. This could be 2 keys. This could be a key and an item. That's basically, there's a guaranteed key over here. We know that.
There's our key. All right.
All right, this can be a key. This can be an item.
No! No!
You kill Helma here because otherwise you're coming back when there's nothing in Ice Mire. There's never anything in Mire. It's just Ice Rod and Mire shut. That's all it is.
If Helma has the ice rod, I'll feel relieved. But also at the same time, why is the flute there? We don't need the flute to be here. We don't need it to be here at all. It could just be somewhere else.
I'm just laughing. In fact, I'd have had a flute like an hour ago. So.
Did it not be here at all?
Hubb, chat would like to know, are you okay? Did you just get shot?
I got shot twice.
You might want to get that looked at. Maybe we should flute you off to a to a doctor. Next time, Hubb, when they're shooting at you, duck. Alright, Pendant Helm's working.
Nobody cared who he was until he put on the mask.
Darkness Link, to answer your question, chat, we can answer it better with what isn't wrong with the seat. Are we getting Bomb Helma? That's awesome.
Yeah. Tofu been nailing Bomb Helma pretty well this these past 2 races. Well, this race and the last race, so yeah. Cleaning up hair.
Is this Ice Rod?
Well, not hair, but yeah.
Nope, we're going Mire.
Why are we here? Just to suffer. Pie doing the most sensible thing, saving and quitting. I would too. Okay. This is disgusting.
Okay, I would like to remind you, Tofu did not read Pedestal.
Yeah.
So Tofu, technically, she has to pick it up just in case Pedestal is the answer. Because now Pedestal is in play for Tofu. That said,
are we pulling for the vine? We're pulling. We're doing a blind pull here. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's smart on Tofu's side, but we know with Pie's info that is not pedestal. But first, we gotta do our national anthem. Hold on, we gotta all rise for the national anthem here. Okay, well, Tofu, pull ped. Oh
no,
my
because
God.
because the ice rod is. No, Tofu has to go read pet, but the ice rod is in the mire area.
Okay.
So
yeah. I thought Tofu was gonna blind pull it for some reason.
With what pendants? With what pendants? There's the ice rod. Pies and go mode.
Wow. Just you know, just one extra step to be in go mode, you know. Outside. Of course it'll be outside of Misery Mire and not inside of it.
I told you that it was not going to be in Misery Mire, it was just in Mire Shed.
The seed is disgusting. No one won this. The seed won.
Chat won.
Chat won, the seed won. I'm just sitting here with two bullet holes in my heart.
I don't know. I won. I've had a great time here. I've gotten to listen to you break down over the course of the seed. It's been wonderful.
Alright, yep, back to the mountain we go. And the best part...
Let's breathe a sigh of relief. It was not in Ice Palace.
Exactly.
So what are your thoughts on Turtle Rock, Turtle Rock Episode 2?
You know...
Attack of the Clones.
You know, they say the sequel usually ends up being better than the original, but I beg to differ on this case.
Oh no, this is definitely better than the original. We can go through it fast.
Oh, well, sure, yeah. I suppose so.
I mean, this sequel's missing a lot of the heart and soul of the original. It goes much faster paced. There's not as much development. I'm trying too hard here.
No, you're not trying too hard. You're doing perfect. I was gonna say I'll wait for the DVD release.
Whoop, missed the hook shot clip. Missed the other hook shot clip.
You have mirror. It's okay though.
Please use your mirror.
Thank you. Both of our runners have been doing well. I'm starting to think that the racing fatigue is setting in.
Yeah, I could imagine some seed fatigue setting in. Especially because I believe Tofu is one of our European friends, and it is getting fairly late over there.
Jeez, yeah, I will be...
It's like, if she's in, like, Germany or France or one of those, it's 11:30 at night, so...
I would be dead at that point. I would have clocked out ages ago. Everyone will be wondering what's going on, why Link hasn't been moving for like the past 30 minutes. I'm sitting here just snoring at that point.
Hubb, you're on comms. Please don't snore.
Thankfully it's 5 o'clock at 5:30 in the afternoon. I'll be here. I'm wide awake. Trust me. I wouldn't be doing comms if I was that tired.
All right. So, Hubb.
Yeah.
Did you know they call him Trinex because he has 3 necks?
He really does have 3 necks, does he?
Uh-huh. Nice clean first head, and the head decided to dodge the first fire rod shot. There goes second head. Boom, 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 boom.
Nice one
And
is
now we're
all
going
this
to
stuff.
watch the shell explode, and out will come a giant rock snake. I don't know about you, but I'm not the biggest fan of snakes, so I like seeing this thing go down.
And not in wind, in the blink of an eye, too. But yeah, that is, well, of course, Boomerang is our last item of requirement. Now we play the guessing game of where is our big key for Ganon's Tower.
I'm going to guess in Ganon's Tower.
I still would think it's in Ganon's Tower, but in the offside of, you know, some off-beaten path.
Granted, I can say that I would be right every time, no matter what mode we're playing, because the tournament modes this time have put all of the big keys for GT in GT.
Yeah, thankfully this is not key sanity, like pure key sanity.
Yeah. Even the Fat Keys mode, they decided to put the GT big key in GT just for you, chat.
Yeah, just for us. Just for us all. That way we can act surprised when it's in Tower.
If the big key is in Tower Room after you've said that.
Oh yeah, I'm really gonna love it if it's in Tower Room. Don't make no mistake. I'm really gonna rub it in.
Alright, it's no small key, and we're not doing Tower Room, so we're going left.
Watching them all of left. And I'm gonna be sitting here rubbing my hands together the moment they start doing right. Like an evil
Still no
villain.
keys.
Tofu,
And
not
up
too
here
far
is-
off. Going
Tofu's-
to, yeah.
Tofu just has to finish off this Trinex, cross the bridge, and go over to open Ganon's Tower. We have one small key. We have two small keys in Stalfos Room. Alright, double firebar. Well, that's explosive.
Why are they doing it in the fireball room? Do you think you would have thought that room would have exploded even harder by now?
Using bombs to trigger the switch there. And going to a room that we affectionately refer to as Randomizer Room, because there is no point in visiting this room in the this upcoming room in the vanilla game. I don't even know what's in there.
We do get another small key, so we gotta.
That's
Keep
three
looking.
smalls. Two, 3, 7, 8, 9. This is 10 through 13.
All right, I can breathe. I was
That
holding
was
my
a lot
breath.
of bombs.
That's a lot
Alright.
of bombs. And it looks like Tofu will be going the left side as well. They're not gonna steal a key to go on the right side.
Well, actually, still might be going right side, but even if you go left, you still pick up Stalfos Room first for the keys over there.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh wow. Let's
Yeah, and Tofu is taking the Dark Magician route over to Compass Room.
the good old Dark Magician. It's been a while since I've seen the Dark Magician route. I'll be really honest.
Somebody doesn't watch me play.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should follow you. Watch you play sometime. I need to do that.
But, what makes Armos Nice better? When he gets on ice
Silvers!
skates. Armos on Ice, next hit musical, coming soon to a Ganon's Tower near you.
Down goes Armos. All right, what do we got in our 3 checks here?
5. There's the big key, French vanilla.
Okay. I was really close. I was really ready for it. For future reference, silver arrows will kill those guys.
Yes, they will.
Just saying. Just so y'all don't get crossed up in unfortunate mishappenings with these mummies.
I don't think they're my mummy.
No, they're not. There's the validation arrow.
And one singular arrow used to kill the pig, except it isn't because it's left in the basement. That's why it's in the basement, so you can use it to kill them later. And Tofu opting to go back to the left side and play for density, trying to avoid that Ice Armor's fight, which unfortunately is kind of a required fight this time. Also, for the record, our winning number on Pie's side was number 16. So yeah, 16 is your winning lottery number today. Please do not listen to me and go out and buy a lottery ticket using number 16.
I'm gonna do that now, just out of spite. And watch me much millions. Don't worry, I'll give you some of it. Don't worry. All jokes aside, though, Pie is moving through the gauntlet, making sure that they're pretty much roughly
He's
in
doing
good shape.
pretty solid work here. Can use silvers on. I hate this Stalfos. I hate this entire room. This room is one of the worst rooms in the game.
I agree. Well, no, it's not the worst room.
I said one of.
One of. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
You opting for fire rod shots on lane mode 2.
Misses the other, but
switches
that's
into spins to save some magic. Because we'll need some magic for those torches.
Torches and probably the staff, the Wiz robes that's coming out. Which where they're switching there some more arcane for.
Opts not to pick up a magic refill out of the bottom right pot. Get full magic drop off the Wiz robes. That's nice prize pack information if you keep it in mind.
Now that's a bad.
Unfortunately, it's been 2 hours and I did not keep it in mind.
I don't think we encountered any Wiz robes throughout the entirety of the seed until now. So
yes, but they share the same guard price. They share the same prize pool as Hyrule Castle guards.
Oh, okay.
So
the more you know. So yeah, not too far off of Pie, Tofu is making their way towards Armos. They're going to get their big key, and they're going to, well, they won't be disappointed in the big key location, but they're definitely going to try their best to make sure that they're not falling off too far behind, because they don't know if they're behind or not. They're just going to try to finish the seed up as fast as they can. Because we're now finally getting to the 2-hour mark of this seed. Need I remind y'all that this is an open seed? This is not Oops All Dungeons, by the way. It just turned out to be almost as that at that point.
I mean, we skipped 2 dungeons, so
yeah, I guess, I suppose.
We didn't have to go to Castle Tower. That's always a nice time.
I forgot we include Castle Tower in the mix.
Yeah, and we're not even taking time to see what's in that check.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to the... What are we missing? Well, Bug that was in Spectacle Rock. I'm going to call that validation... Excuse me. Moldorm's last gift chest. Post-Moldorm. I'm going to say that since we didn't get to see what's inside it is the keys to a new car.
What kind of car, though?
A Nissan Sentra.
Okay. End up missing the second cycle of orbs that flies around. Okay, get a double on that one. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
So
all we need to do now is land 1. And shall we go fight a pig and get this seed over with?
Yes, please.
Does anyone want to go to Meyer? There's still not a dungeon we can go do.
Just kidding. Oh my goodness.
Just keep extending the seed and all those fun times.
All right, off to the first phase of this fight. Should be pretty straightforward. Just gotta do some slashes. Watch out for the flying spear, and get ready to line yourself up for the next one, which should be the
Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't get a free phase 2 here.
Yeah, it doesn't look so pretty.
Just gotta face tank some bats because we have 17 hearts and nothing better to do with them. Got all 12 hits in. Now we get to knock out the floor. Dusma, you ever knock out some floors for renovations, Hubb?
I had knocked out a wall though at one point. It was pretty fun.
And one more hit should bring us into phase 4, where Ganon decides light is overrated. We'll talk about torches and make it so he has to be hit with the fantastic silver arrows. Unfortunately, we think light is actually perfectly finely rated, and decide to leave the lights on.
And this fight should be over pretty soon. That's a good lineup for a double. And
Double,
goes Ganon.
Down goes Ganon, and get your GGs in chat for Pi. Just has to get across this last little bridge. Go say hello, kiss Triforce, and be welcomed home for dinner.
They finish at a time of 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 38 seconds.
I find that incredible. Our Triforce Masters asks if Kazan got 17 hearts when Pi ended with 17 hearts.
17 hearts for everyone.
Hello.
And we are joined by our runners today. How you are doing? Fantastic job running back-to-back races. I know that has to be quite a taxing experience somewhat, especially with the seed that was giving them a second race.
Nah, it's fine. As long as you know how to mentally parse out, like, your seeds. My thing was I just slipped up and forgot to buy a potion, and that just kind of kept compounding my brain the whole time.
How do you feel about the second race's interesting item placement?
Yeah, that hook shot in Spike Cave. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I think interesting is not fair enough for the seed.
It's a subtle way of putting it. Let's just go with that.
Interesting is a great way to put it when you need to keep your interview family friendly.
Yeah, trips to the mountain, the game, the movie.
5 trips to the mountain, the game, the movie, the hit TV show, the video game adaptation.
Yeah. Based on the adaptation by the book by Tom Clancy.
Based on a Broadway musical.
You love to see it.
Yeah, despite how the seed was throwing everything at y'all in the way it did, y'all were pretty close as far as like how the gap was. Like y'all was not too far behind each other. Sometimes shoulder to shoulder, so y'all had like the same mindset of where you would look for your items and so on forth. And it's like game 1, Pi, you didn't end up finding the boots first much earlier, and then this game afterwards, Tofu ended up finding the boots early, like right off the bat. So it was a pretty good steady pace.
Yeah, and it was that boots and flute location, and I was like, yep, Tofu is easily just miles ahead. Like, I just felt really behind the entire time.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I thought very great with the boots, but there was nothing.
Yeah.
Bongo Caves, nothing. Library, nothing. So I thought, okay, the boots are nice, but no progress. And then the ice word, it didn't came. The hook shot, the mids. I feel like I running left, right, up, down. I think I was 5 times on the mountain.
Oh yeah, everyone had hit the mountain at least 3 times minimum.
Yeah, one up to hit Hera, one up to hit the hook shot, one up to hit the beginning of Turtle Rock, died, and one more to finish Turtle Rock. Yeah, no, I think it was under 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, the 5th time was for me, I checked tablet and Hera again for the basement. because I was there without a lamp or firewall. So I thought, okay, Bits, where are you? Let's check it out.
Home record's safe for another couple seeds. No progression in Hera.
Yeah. But yeah, that was like one of the things I was more worried on, that y'all got burnt on. Like the gambles y'all was leaving, especially when y'all left Ice Palace behind. I was like, oh no. Like, yeah, I would die on this hill too if I had to make a decision like that.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Like, yeah, I'll leave it if Tofu finds something in there. Then okay, that's how it is.
But yeah, definitely some good play calls. Like you played aggressively when y'all need to, like skipping a few items here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was like moments where it was like, well, you missed this, you didn't come back to this item. Like I know for sure, Pi, this game you decided to the moment you got mushroom and you just bailed out. I was like, well, geez, that was. I was like, okay, here's hoping that didn't come back to bite you in the rear end after that. Because I thought before y'all got hook shot, I thought Boots was required to get hook shot in the hook shot cave.
Yeah, no, yeah, I saw the mushroom. Like, okay, there's one item in the front. There's probably an item in the back. I'm just gonna leave lest I get like locked out of doing the loop.
Yeah.
And I know key is generally in that chest, but yeah, I didn't want to like risk it.
Okay.
Maybe the one time where it's like a big key in there, I'm like, oh well, I guess I'll just save and quit, and it'll go like map, compass, big key.
I think as we was getting towards the 1 hour and 20 minute mark, where neither of y'all didn't have bow, fire rod, bow, ice rod, or hook shot, was a bit of the fatigue was setting in. Like, or did you just feel a little bit agitated? Because I probably would have been a little bit vexed by that kind of a seed situation.
I think frustrating is a little bit, because after the first one with the FAD was a very long seed, over 2 hours, and then this one.
That
at the beginning I thought, okay, it will be a fast seed.
I died at Laser Bridge at the end
no,
after I got the
as
bow.
you said,
like, I hope Gary's not in that fourth chest, because if it is,
we need about 5 items. Yeah. And here in Germany it's a little bit later,
same.
So a little bit fatigued.
Oh god,
perhaps.
Yeah.
So
after the
it
first
was for me
Sorry.
Yeah, it was for me the first time I went back to back with 2 tournament matches. So yeah, okay. Now I've got the experience.
Yeah, I mean that's good. These kind of tournaments are really good. Like alongside like the mentor tournament, where Challenger Cup, you still get to try really hard, and you still learn, as opposed to like the cutthroatness of the main tournament. Like the Challenge Cup, there's no real stakes on the line. You just have fun, meet new people that you never usually would get to race with, and then make new friends and learn from it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, no, like after that first seed was like so generous, I'm like, come on, why can't you be as generous the first time?
Well, you see, it has to give and it has to take.
Yeah.
And that's just the nature of rando. You never know what you're gonna get until you open up the first chest.
Yeah, and it was like I was telling Tofu, like, in theory, like, if you go first in the Dark World, you get your mushroom, you get your boots, then you buy a potion when you turn to mushroom in, like you're supposed to. Then you go to pod, you have the flute and the boots, and you can easily, like, 140 the seed. In theory.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can see that.
Because then you'd have the flute, you'd have the boots, you would probably get the ice rod a lot sooner. You'd probably take 1 or 2 less trips to the mountain.
Yeah.
Because you'd get the hook shot, save equip back to the mountain, and then climb again. But yeah, no, I saw that, at the beginning of the seed, I saw that sword on Lumberjack, I'm like, please don't. Please don't be an egg seed.
I said the same thing about that, like, jeez.
Yeah, I thought, oh no, I don't want to make Agafoth Master. I thought, oh no. And then, okay, 1 sword. the second, the third. Okay, I'm fine. Seed, it's okay. We can be friends, and then the rest.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's a first rude statement that it made, like being a sword up there. But I don't think I have anything else I want to ask though. But do y'all have any closing thoughts about the y'all races today?
Honestly, they're both pretty fun races. Both the seeds were
Yes,
actually pretty interesting in their own ways.
Yeah, I think we are both good in the rolling seeds.
Yep.
I think it's a tie. With this. So, yes.
We'll just
All
ask the
right.
admin for a third seed. It's fine.
Yeah, perhaps someday. I'm on. No problem. We can do it again.
Heck yeah.
All right then. Well, that will conclude for today's stream of our race between Pi and Tofu. Do give our runners a follow on their respective channels for giving us a fantastic doubleheader today. Both seeds had their own ins and outs and fun roundabouts and some not so glamorous moments, so to say. Also, give a follow to our tracker, who has been pushing the buttons, keeping us up to date with all the item acquirements during their times, as well as a follow to our Restreamer for blessing us with the opportunity to just have this race for you all to look at. Zeke has been kind of disconnected in the entirety of it all, unfortunately, but do give a follow to his channel. He's a great commentator, so
For sure.
give him a follow. Don't follow me. Y'all follow Zeke. He also does speed running as well of the game, so I can definitely vouch for that. With that all said and done, I'm pretty sure if y'all all would like to see some more challenge mode races being unfolded, do take a look at the challenge page, the Challenge Cup schedule that the Nightbot is presenting to us. If you want to see when the next up and coming Challenge Cup matches are coming up. And with that said and done, I'm Esper Hubb, co-commentating you today, and with Zeke not too far behind, which I'm pretty sure he'll tell you the same thing. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a good day and good night.